Kalen. This is Kennedy. I'm going to peer review your Capstone first draft. I'm sorry for background noise or like bouncing around or anything. I'm with my family on vacation for spring break and we're in a motorhome, so I can't really do anything about that. So let's get started. The opening. Is the personal narrative creative and engaging? How does it provide a door to open up the topic? Yes, the personal narrative is creative and engaging. I found it easy to read and I really enjoyed it. It provides an open door to the topic because the view on the topic is not fully expressed in the opening. So there is a question as like what the view is, which leaves the door open for the essay to show that view. And you did express in your thesis what your view was, but the opening, like, I hadn't gotten to it yet. So in the thesis, is there a solid thesis statement? What is the thesis statement? Does the rest of the paper support the thesis? The thesis is solid. It is. Ultimately, I thought that with how things in society were going, euthanasia would be a quickly rising trend that would soon reach legalization. The rest of the essay definitely supports this thesis. The context. How well did the author put the topic into context? Does it make sense? Do you feel as though you understand where this paper fits into the overall conversation? I think the topic is put into context very well. It makes sense, and I understand how it fits into the overall conversation. Good job. Reasons. What are the at least 3 solid reasons to back up the thesis statement? Name them. Do they do the job? Give the author one other reason to support the thesis. The 3 reasons that you give to back the thesis are: it is partially legal in the United States and in Switzerland, and fully legal in other places such as Netherlands, Belgium, and in Luxembourg. We euthanize our sick and dying pets, so why can't we as humans be euthanized? And the third reason is kind of missing, but I can see how it's tied in with the one about the pets. Like, if we can euthanize pets, why can't humans be euthanized? So either find a third reason or find a way to separate those reasons, kind of. But one other reason I would give to support the thesis is that everyone has a right to a good death. Therefore, a good death must not be denied to those who want one. Objections. How is the naysayer explained? Could they do anything else? Give the author one more objection to their argument that you could come up with yourself. The naysayer is explained with a story from an article. This story is one of an 84-year-old woman who is dying, and the doctors wanted to take her off of her life support and feeding tube, but the family said no, and now she is alive and well. I think this is a very good naysayer example. It is someone's personal narrative of why they think euthanasia should not be legalized, and it fits very well. Another objection to the argument that I would come up with is the argument of religious beliefs, as well as the morality of it. Is euthanasia assisted suicide? If so, suicide is morally wrong, therefore is it euthanasia? Responses. How has the author responded to the naysayer? After reading the response, do you feel better about the thesis or the naysayer? The response to the naysayer is well written and makes sense. I agree with the thesis because I think that people should have the choice to decide whether to end their lives, when they're sick, and things like that. It can also give the family closure because they know when the family member is going to die, and it's not a waiting game, and they can say goodbye, much like what is done with pets. Future. What is the future of the topic? Can you think of anything else the author may be missing? The future of the topic is that euthanasia will be legalized in more and more places over the coming years, as well as the fact that there will be many technological advancements to make the process easier and smoother. I don't really see much else that's missing. It was pretty short, so maybe lengthen it a little bit, but other than that, I think that's pretty good. And the conclusion. How does the conclusion refer back to the personal narrative opening? Does it bring the essay full circle? Give the author suggestions on how to improve the closing. The conclusion doesn't really bring the personal narrative back into play very much, so I think that would help to make it longer and also improve it. Other than that, pretty good. It just needs made longer. Overall, I thought your capstone was very well written, and it was on a good topic, and I really enjoyed reading it a lot. So and that's saying a lot because these things can kind of be boring. So really great job, and I'll talk to you soon.